Hello world, it's your girl Bambi back at it again. And this video is gonna be a little bit different. I'm going to tell you guys about a couple of dating don't want to say weird, I would say questionable dates I've been on. And I'm bringing them up because I've had conversations with people about these particular dates and how they've been kind of off. So I have been on dates with men who invite other guys to our date. I've been on three of them. I know. You guys are like, what? I've been on three dates. Not like all in the same time period. This is like spanning like 10 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the first time was 10 years. The second one was probably like, I want to say maybe like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And then there was one that, excuse me, wasn't too long ago. I would say maybe like 2 months, 3 months, some shit like that. So, yes, I have been on some weird ass dates. I look at them like lessons, but whatever, let's get to it, right? Typically, it's females who invite their friends because you just want a plus one to feel safe. And I don't know why women do it. I personally have never invited my friend or a family member on a date. I just think that's kind of whack. How are you supposed to get to know someone if there's a plus one? I'm talking first dates. I'm not talking like, oh, second, third, fourth, like they know them, they met them. No, we're talking first dates. So let's start with the first one. So set up this date or whatever, with this guy, and my sister hooked me up with him, right? So we meet up like at like a random spot, and he has a car, I have a car, so he's like, "When we just," I don't know if he said or I said, like, "Let's just jump in one car. What's the point of going in two cars?" So we picked a spot, and I park my car, and he parks his car up ahead, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I see a dude coming out the passenger, right? And I'm thinking like, that's not him because there's a dude coming out the passenger. And so I call him. I'm like, "Yo, where you at?" And he's like, "I'm right here. I'm right in front of you." Like, I was like, oh, okay. So I go sit down, and I'm like, all right. We go eat whatever. Apparently, he was already chilling with his boy, and he told his boy like, "Yo, I'm gonna go meet up with this chick, and we're gonna go eat." And his boy was like, "I'm hungry. Can I go too?" So he was like, "Fuck it." So that's how I guess he ended up coming along. It wasn't bad. The guy that I was talking to sat next to me, and his boy sat over there, and like we ordered some food or whatever. It was a little awkward because like you want to ask like questions and dig, but like there's someone else there, so that made it a little awkward for me to like ask some questions and stuff. So it was okay. I didn't really think nothing of it. That was like maybe like 10 years ago. It could have been less. It could have been 8. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But it was a while ago. He actually ended up, we actually ended up getting into a relationship. So it wasn't like too bad. I didn't find it too weird at that time. So the second guy, right? With him, it was so weird. So we go to a bar, like a bar with like food or whatever, right? And it's packed. So we put our name down or whatever, so we can get the first available seat. But we sit at the bar so we can kind of like pre-drink while we're waiting for our table. So we're getting our little drinks in, whatever, whatever. And one of his coworkers came in. Mind you, he just finished doing a whole shift with this dude. Whatever. So dude walks in and he's like, "Oh, like I said, it was packed. Like, so the dude wasn't gonna be able to get a table. I don't know how long. I don't care. Like, I'm not thinking nothing of it. I just see him saying hi to his coworker. He introduced me to his coworker. I'm like, "Hey, hi, how you doing?" So then the guy asks me like, "Do you mind if my boy sits with us?" And I'm looking like, okay, whatever, right? So his boy goes, "Oh, she's mad cool. She allowed it." I was like, "Not really." He asked, and I'm just saying yes, but He was like, damn, I guess she's not. I'm like, okay, like, I really don't care. Now, this one was weird only because, like, when we sat down, the dude sat with him, with his coworker, like, that side. He didn't sit on my side. He sat on the other side. And I guess he knew everybody at the bar or whatever the hell, because he kept getting up and leaving me at the table with his boy. And his boy, I knew more about his boy than I knew about him. Even his boy left me at one point. I'm just kind of sitting at the table like, I can't make this shit the fuck up. Like, I really can't make this up. Like, I walked outside and had to talk to myself like, is this really... I don't know. After everything, I mean, even his boy, I'm sure his boy felt like bad for me. At the end, I didn't really know how to communicate the best at that time. I cussed him the fuck out. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck you gonna leave me at the fucking table with your boy and then leave me by myself? Because at some point, your boy got up, so I'm just literally sitting at the table by myself. Like, and you're just talking to Tom, Dick, and Harry. And then he was talking to some guy. He was like, well, I couldn't leave my boy because my boy was talking about, like, some life shit and it was important. What? If this is a bar that you frequent and this is your boy, I'm pretty sure he would understand. Like, yo, my guy, I'm sorry. I'll catch up with you later. I'm over here with homegirl. But you really made it seem like it was nothing. So, whatever. He's telling me, like, you trying to tell me if your girl or your cousin came in and you seen them that you wouldn't invite them? I'm like, no. I said, and on top of that, they wouldn't even dare to think to ask me to come sit with them. Like, they know better, especially if I'm like, yo, this is our first. They're not going to come thinking and assuming that they could come sit with us at a table. Not anybody that I know, any female that I know would even think to say some shit like that. Like, what? That was the second one. The third one, right? So, meet this guy. The date's actually going good in the beginning. We, drinks again. We go have drinks or whatever. We're supposed to be bowling, but the bowling shit's fucking packed. So then we just do like a little arcade thing. And he's like, yo, let's go bar hopping. I'm like, all right, cool. So we was already drinking there. We go to the second bar. We drink there. Pop, pop, pop. We throw some back. Now we're going to the third bar. But before we go to the third bar, we pull up to this house. And I'm like, what's going on, right? And he's like, oh, this is my people's crib. I'm just doing something real quick. I said, okay, you know, whatever. So his people's call him, and I could hear his people's on the phone. His people's like, yo, so, like, what's up? What are you doing? Like, let's go to this bar real quick. So he looks at me like, and I'm like, okay, like, whatever. Like, I'm with you. Like, I'm going to let you move exactly how you move. I'm not going to be like, oh, no. I'm going to see exactly how you move. I want to see, yeah. So I'm going to even say yes to some shit that I'm like, why would you even ask me? But whatever. Yeah, go ahead. Your boy could come. So now it's two boys. It ain't just one. It's two. They jump in the backseat. We go to the third bar. Again, this dude leaves me at the table by myself. His boys are talking to me more than he's talking to me, right? He's bouncing around the whole fucking bar because he knows Tom, Dick, and Harry. I'm just standing by the table, like, you know what I'm saying, doing my little 1-2 step because they have some music going on. So I'm like, all right, whatever. When he comes back to the table, this man's get on his phone as if I'm boring him or some shit, as if he hasn't left me at the damn table this whole fucking time, okay? Mind you, he's all talking about some, I love you. I'm like, dude, you don't even know me to say I love you. And then he was like, well, I know that you love me too. You need to say it. Like, no, I don't, because I don't love you. Like, I don't even know you like that to love you. What are you talking about? Needless to say, I had to walk home that day because when he came back to the table and I seen him on his phone, and one thing I don't play about is you're not going to sit here and act like I'm boring you when you just left me at the fucking table. We did have a conversation afterwards, and I told him, at what point did you stop respecting me? Because I just don't understand. The date seemed like it was going good, and then you was doing all this extra shit and leaving me at the table, and it seemed like he was like getting money and some shit, but my guy, you can't do that any other time. Like, then why would you bring me there? It's weird. It's weird. So those are my 3 stories of guys who've actually taken me out on dates with other guys there. I mean, I know sometimes I can be a little intimidating, But I promise you, especially that last one, I was very feminine. There was nothing aggressive about me, okay? Um, so I don't know why you would feel the need to be inviting your friends to go on a date, especially the first date. Even if we're bar hopping, I don't care. Like, tell your friends to catch a ride. I don't fucking know. I mean, because that's what he said. He said, well, we was just supposed to be taking them over there, and they were going to end up catching a ride home with someone else. But, yeah. So, I don't know. You tell me what you think. Leave me any comments. Has that ever happened to you? You ever had to, like, deal with a female or a guy, if you are a female, or if you're a guy that likes a guy? I don't fucking know. It's whatever your preference is, right? If you ever had to deal with going on a date with more than just the person that you was initially supposed to be going on, especially the first date, and what was that experience for you like? So just, let me like your comments, and what you think either of my situation or your own situation. And yes, it's all a learning experience. But till further notice, bye.